What's up guys, Alex here. We just got a new Star Wars trailer, and I would be crazy not to talk about it. And I just want to, so let's do it. Okay, so we're opening on a new desert planet. Everyone assumed that this was Tatooine, but today on the panel, Daisy Ridley said that it was another desert planet called Jakka, I think she said. It was a surprise to me that it was a new planet, but with all these crashed ships lying around, I'm wondering if maybe the war made it a desert planet. We saw that planets like Honegger and Heir to the Empire were made almost completely barren by war, so maybe that's what's happened here. Also, this shot is kind of reminiscent of another J.J. Abrams shot, which I just think is funny considering the franchise. Now, Luke begins his narration similar to that from Return of the Jedi, and we get the charred remains of Darth Vader's mask. I'm really curious to see who has this mask. I mean, is it Luke? That kind of makes the most sense that he would just keep it after the fact, maybe to remember his father, or remember what he could possibly become if he were to turn to the dark side, or does someone else have it? But then, how would they have it? Where did they get it? Next we get a shot of R2, and who I'm assuming is Luke, since he's hanging out with R2 and he's got the robot hand, but we don't see his face, so we can't say for sure. This shot is awesome. Someone's getting a lightsaber, but it's not just any lightsaber. That is Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, the one that Luke lost along with his hand. So, who has this lightsaber, and where did they get that? Then Luke finishes his narration saying that someone also has the power of the Force. Now, he's been talking about how the Force is strong in his family, so I'm assuming he's talking to either his own child or Leia and Han's child in this narration. This shot is awesome. I've always been a huge fan of the pilots and the Rogue Squadron books, and I'm really digging seeing all these X-Wings flying together. We've only seen X-Wings so far, and I wonder if we're going to get to see anything else like A-Wings, B-Wings, Y-Wings, or something new. And here we see Kylo Ren with his controversial lightsaber, and you can see that he's fighting with stormtroopers in what looks to be a burning village. And we get Rey and Finn and BB-8 running from a TIE fighter that's shooting at them. Here we get this great shot with Kylo and some more stormtroopers. It's probably the same sequence that we just saw a couple shots ago, and it looks like they've just got this group of villagers kind of surrounded. This shot is so cool. I'm loving the new stormtrooper design. Looks like we've got a new kind of Imperial design and the back on that flag. And check out the new TIE fighter design. The black cockpit with the white wings, that just looks so awesome. I love it. Another shot of Rey. Another shot of those awesome TIE fighters. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on in this scene, but it looks like someone's commandeered a TIE fighter and is opening up on the stormtroopers. What's more is that this TIE fighter looks a little different. The cockpit's different. It looks a little shinier. You can see the wings look a little different. I think I know who this ship belongs to, and I'll get into that in a bit. Here we have Finn taking his stormtrooper armor off and looking pretty upset about something. You can see he's got blood on his helmet. So I'm wondering if maybe he was with that group of stormtroopers earlier with Kylo and all the villagers, and maybe he witnessed the stormtroopers killing all those villagers, and that's what has him so upset, and maybe that's what causes him to defect. I'm assuming he defects, at least. We get a couple new ships, what looks like a new shuttle, and a new Star Destroyer. And here's this chrome-plated stormtrooper. I think that this is the owner of that TIE fighter from earlier. Here's a quick shot of BB-8 and what looks like the Millennium Falcon. And by the way, seeing BB-8 roll around in real life during the panel was just blowing me away. I don't really understand how they made him, but it's incredible and crazy and awesome, and I'm so glad that they actually made him a practical effect, because he would have been so much easier to do CGI, but he looks wonderful, and I'm so glad that they went that route. Here's another shot of Rey helping Finn up off the ground. It looks like they've become friends and are going to join together. Here's the Millennium Falcon being chased by a TIE fighter, which is probably a part of the same sequence that we saw in the first teaser trailer. I'm really liking all of the in-atmosphere flight that we've been seeing with the X-Wings over the lake and the TIE fighters and the Millennium Falcon here on this desert planet. Also, we get to see a pretty clear shot of the new satellite dish that Han replaced on the Millennium Falcon after Lando knocked the last one off. And then the Falcon and the TIE Fighter fly into what may be the engines of a Star Destroyer. We get to see the TIE Fighter pilot's new design, and we get to see that the inside of whatever ship this is very reminiscent of the inside of the second Death Star. And finally, the best shot of them all, we get to see Han and Chewie again, in costume. I squealed in excitement when I saw this, and it's still giving me chills right now. I'm just so excited to see these characters on screen again. I cannot wait. December can't get here fast enough. If you can't tell, I love this trailer. I'm so excited by it. I'm probably going to be watching it 5 times a day for the next month at least. But I want to hear from you. I want to know what I missed, because I'm sure there's lots. I didn't even talk about the fact that Kylo Ren's mask looks an awful lot like Darth Revan's. Like, what does that mean? Is that just a nod to the fans, or will that actually be Darth Revan's mask? Like, is someone collecting all these old Sith or Force relics? Like, what's happening? I'm very intrigued, and I want to hear what you guys think about it all. So leave your speculation, leave your observations in the comments, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day, and may the Force be with you.